we are going to get undiluted video content and helpful tips about how to make your car last longer twice than before. Number one thing you have to make is that check your air cleaner or air filter regularly when you need to replace it to avoid any damage on your engine. Most people know that air cleaner is all about protecting dust from entering into the engine, but the main purpose about air cleaner is to help the engine suck fresh or natural air from outside and use it to mix the fuel mixture to regulate its performance. Not only human beings produce natural air or breathe natural air into our system, but engine also use natural air to generate more power, especially when the car is in motion. Let's put note about it and examine it well. So this is number one thing you have to always check. It has an inspection interval which is 2 years, but Ghanaian rules are not good and most African countries rules are not good, so you don't need for you to use it as long as that time. So when you check it regularly and it is dirty, you have to use air to blow it. When it is need for you to change it, just change it so that you'll be safe from your engine. That is how it is. But under normal circumstances, it is 2 years, depending on the area you live. That is it. Number two, you have to check your engine oil level regularly. When you check your engine oil dipstick, you can see we have 2 holes down and top, which is minimally. When you check your engine oil dipstick, you can see we have 2 holes down and top, which is minimum and max. Always make sure the oil is on the second hole, which is max, so that you can protect your engine from collapse. Failing to do so will also require you to get punishment or get a huge damage on your engine, which will cost you a higher amount of cedis or dollars, whichever currency you are required to use. But avoid it. So never put your mind off your engine. At least check your engine oil level once in a week and make sure you change the oil regularly. Know the required inspection time to change your engine oil. Some people change their engine oil 5,000 kilometers. Some also change their engine oil 10,000 kilometers based on the type of oil you use. But engine oil cannot determine by looking. The level of deterioration cannot be checked by looking. If you dip it and you check it and you think it's okay, please, you are deceiving yourself. Refer to your owner's manual or your inspection interval, whether 5,000 or 3,000 kilometers. But it is not deteriorated by looking. It depends on the time use or the amount of kilometers driven. That's the best way to inspect your engine oil. Number 3 is transmission fluid. Transmission fluid is also required for you to check it, because losing your transmission is a high cost of repairs in Ghana here, especially when you are going to buy it. So we have 2 types of transmission. We have normal transmission and the CVT transmission. The CVT means continuous variable transmission, which doesn't have any dipstick at all, but the normal transmission have a dipstick, so you can dip it and check the level. And the level of checking it, you don't need to check it when the engine is cold. You have to start the engine and check it while the engine is on. Some Honda cars doesn't require that. Most Honda cars, you have to start the engine and off it, then you check the level, then you are required to go. So that is the number 3 thing you have to know and figure out, so that your car will keep longer as much as manufactured it. Number 4 is what? The brake fluid level. You always have to check your brake fluid level to ensure that there is no leakage on your braking system, because failing to do so will also attract you and require you or maybe cause you a lot of braking problems. And when brake fails, what happens and what it is next. So avoid braking troubles or braking mistakes, which is always require you to check your brake fluid level. Number 5 is a brake pad. Always make sure to check your brake pad. If the brake pad indicator is worn out, you have to know that you need to change it. This thing will not require you to remove the tire, but you can check it on your wheel spouses, the rims pose and check it, and you will see it clear that your brake is in a good shape. If your brake cross half, you have to change it. Don't let your brake to worn out metal to metal. That will also cause damage to the rotor disc, and it will cost you a lot of money to change it or resurface it. And avoid that, because failing to do so will also generate another fault to your ABS or anti-lock brake system, and it will give you troubles a lot, which may cost you a high repair of money. So want to avoid it, you have to check these things I've mentioned. Number 6 is what? Shock absorber. Always check your shock absorber to make sure that there is no leakage, because shock absorber hold all the weight on the ground when the car is in motion. So when your shock absorber is not good, the car may lose traction, more alignment and balancing will come in, and the driving reliability will reduce. So avoid it. That one will also not require you to remove the tire, but if you are able to remove the tire and check it, just check it and make sure there is no leakage around the shock absorber. Check your coil springs and the top mounting absorber, top mounting, to know that everything is on point, and then you are good to go. That is it. You can also not remove the tire by turning the steer at the end corners and check it. If there is no leakage, you are good to go. That is it. Number 7 is light. Always make sure your headlights are more important. So failing to check your headlight, your bulbs, brake light and everything, light produce nightmare visibility, and whenever there is no light, it may cause you an unfeel collision on the road, and it may cause a huge accident. So avoid that, and always check your lighting system to ensure that everything is in order. If bulbs are bent out, you can check it and change it, or visit your mechanic or service provider, and you know what to do. It is what it is. Moving forward, you have to use your user manual regularly to know all the required things, update that you need to do to help your car maintain its performance as much as manufacturer did. Number 8, check your power steering fluid regularly. Some cars doesn't use power steering fluid, and those who have been using automatic the steering fluid rag, you need to check the level regularly and make sure you have to change the fluid on time. It also have inspection interval. Don't let the old fluid run the steering rack for a very long period of time. It may cause damage or leakage to your car, because every fluid has its inspection date when you are using it. That is it. If you don't use it, once you have add it into your car or apply it into the car, there is a need to change, and there is an inspection interval. So make sure you put your mind across it. Number 9, you have to check your tires. The tire wear indicator is more important, so you can also turn your steering by end corners and check whenever there is a worn out or towing a tow out. You may know that when the steering tire is on towing, worn out one side, there's an alignment. When the tire is worn out in the middle, that is the towing, and when the tire is worn out, there's a more balancing. So you have to check these things and make sure the tire indicator is in the middle. When the tire indicator level up the tire teeth, that means the tire is off, and you have to replace it regularly, because tire hold the whole life of the car. Failing to do so and you get a bust tire, it will automatically cause damage to your car. So avoid that and you are good to go. So that is it about it. And number 10, make sure you have to wash your car underbody and clean the interior, and also do the wax cleaning. That will enable your car to keep its shape, performance, beauty, interior, everything on point to last longer for you. And whenever you want to resell it, it will give you a value of money. I think I am making sense to you, and if you know my videos are helping you, please give a thumbs up. Make sure you like, That's the thumbs up. Make sure you comment, share.